Election campaign in nearly 50 years is almost over, and according to Labor insiders, so are Bill Shorten's chances. But Malcolm Turnbull is still warning voters of a possible Shorten government, telling them now is not the time for change, as we learned that more than 2 million people have already voted.
All good things come to an end. And so do elections.
Here we are, at the end of a long campaign.
Malcolm Turnbull's message, fuelled by events in Europe, a stern warning against change.
In these uncertain times, we need to stick together, stick to our economic plan.
Renewing his promise of a return to grown-up government.
To end the juvenile theatrics and the gotcha moments, to drop the personality politics.
Just not today.
Bill Shorten has no economic plan. He has been mocked in this very room. What a Labor hoax.
9 months after removing Tony Abbott as the first-term Prime Minister, now seeking voter approval to govern in his own right. And if he succeeds...
Malcolm Turnbull wins this election, he will have greatly enhanced authority within the Liberal Party.
A clear warning from a senior lieutenant to the Coalition's right wing. The hushed promise within government is if Malcolm Turnbull does win, Liberal supporters will finally see Malcolm unplugged. But factional deals already restrict him in several key policy areas, and today he restricted himself in 2 more. Promising no surprises on workplace reform.
Absolutely.
And no new taxes.
Our commitment is to lower taxes.
And on his central promise of stability, conceded that while he's confident, he can't guarantee he'll lead the government to the next election if he wins on Saturday.
I'm making that commitment and that prediction, and only time will tell. But you can note it down.
He and wife Lucy slipping away to privately thank the campaign team at Coalition headquarters. As Bill Shorten walks into a flurry of questions about what happens to him if Labor loses.
I'm in this election to win it.
But Labor insiders who thought he could win in the first week concede they no longer do in the 8th, telling 7 News today Labor could pick up 6 or 8 seats, well short of the 21 it needs.
We are ready to govern. We are ready to implement our policy agenda, and we're ready to serve this country. And we hope that we've done enough to win the votes of Australians.
Insisting this is no time to sound the alarm.
And Mark Riley joins us now from Canberra. Mark, what are Labor insiders telling you this evening? Is it really all over?
Well, it's never over until the votes are counted, Mark, but it's not looking good for Labor, and there are several reasons for that. Britain's exit from the EU, as we predicted last Friday, has encouraged a lot of people to stick with what they know. On top of that, Labor has really overcooked its Medicare attacks. That's just looked to voters like an act of desperation. And in Victoria, the volunteer firefighters dispute has put an end to the party's hopes of picking up 2 or 3 seats there. It might even lose one now. Labor is still expecting to do well, but it's really now only the dewy-eyed optimists who are holding out for a Brexit-like late swing away from the government. We'll see, Mark.
OK, we sure will.